Hello and welcome back to the channel. For today's video we will look at the 4 It's a vacuum, brake oil extractor and bleeder kit. That's correct. We will bleed our brakes today on a car, on a normal regular car, and we'll do it just a one-person job with this 4 bleeder kit. And therefore we'll need those components. This one will suck out the dirty brake fluid. This one will carry the fresh brake fluid and will go into the main cylinder for the brake fluid. And then we have 2 hoses. One will use just for the bleeder valve or the bleeder screw, and the other one is to suck all the fluid, dirty fluid already out of the reservoir. And then we have also some kind of instructions. And by the way, you need a compressor, very important. And to get started, I'll get the car up on all 4, take all 4 wheels off, because that makes it way easier to accomplish the job. Before we start with anything else, I'll show you how to connect the compressor actually to the unit which should extract the entire fluids, which is this unit. You'll take that unit and you can see for your compressor back here, that's the part where we'll connect our hose. This one you can open up and dump all the fluid. At least that's what it should be. It looks like it's just having an O-ring and you pull it out, that's all. That's how you can pour it out. On the other side here, sorry for the dark light, on the other side here, that is exactly where you plug in the hose. The hose to whatever you pump out. That means we want to take the hose with those ends. This one is just an extension, it looks like, so we can take it out if you, depending on your brake fluid reservoir, which is, mine is over here. And take our compressor, plug it in here. And the working pressure, PSI on this one, should be between 40 and 170 according to manual. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep it here, it is connected. I only have to increase the PSI. I'll get my gloves, we open it up. Oh, by the way, yeah, of course, the most important. You have to plug in this little hose in here. All the way, there we go. Now I need my gloves. So I do have a blanket here because I really want to make sure that I'm not accidentally tripping on something. And also have your paper shop towels ready. Then open your brake fluid reservoir. I'll take out the filter as well. And now I'll insert my hose and I'll try to extract it. Turn on the compressor and let's go. Nice. Oh, can you see it? There's already some. Okay, cool. That's the first part. The next part is we'll take this unit. We want to unscrew the bottom and fill it at least with a liter of brake fluid. The brake fluid, which works with your car, for me it's a .4. I'll keep the container for hopefully the old fluid. Ideally there is a rubber gasket in here and you don't want to lose that one. Let's double check. Looks good. So the mechanism we can use is up here, and that is basically, I'll show you on the unit itself. What you want to do, carefully putting it on top, making sure somewhere it's resting, somewhere this mechanism can hold on to, but don't go crazy tight. It's just plastic, remember that. Just open the valve, because of physics, it should not come and splash on you. 2 things. First of all, it now fills it up. I can see it's coming up here, and it just stopped, even though the valve is open. And that means it always tries to top off and keep the level full. And that's kind of the goal which we're having here. Alright, that's pretty much it. Now we are going to the furthest away tire, which means for me, because here it's on the driver's side, I have to go to passenger back, rear side, and we'll take off the tire there, and then we'll start bleeding. Alright, looking at the rear, so we do see the brake saddlebag here. I took already here the cap off, but I had a cap on luckily here. Take this off, and now take the hose, which they have this cap on, and you can see they have multiple fittings. Try the one which works the best for you. For me, this one's perfect, the one which is on there, so I'll put it on. That basically fits on here. You might have to wiggle it on a little bit. Make sure that it seats well, because it should pull in as little air as possible. So I'll put it on, and then I'll connect the other side, which is a quick connect. Same like earlier we did with extracting from the main cylinder or reservoir. We'll do it here as well. And now connecting it as always, as before. Take this one all the way in. We needed to get the air out. Now we can open the valve here. That's what you're doing now. So now we took out the air, and we can open this one up. It should be a 10 millimeter. Small little tiny bit opening. Should be sufficient already for the bleeder valve. Let's see. What you can do, I have to pull it up a little bit. You can actually pull it down and then push this little, whatever it's called, over it, so you don't have to push it constantly. All right, doing that for a little bit, and you can see it is actually getting lower. So it's pulling in a little bit. I'll continue doing it until I think it is all the way clear, and I hope that I don't have any bubbles in it, because it looks like the hose is actually pulling it in and always having a little air in it, so it's not a compressed, just fluid. Looks pretty clear to me. I'll try to close it. Look pretty clean already up here, so we'll see if that actually made a trick. And I'll continue the other side. Alright, after doing all 4 wheels, there we have the result. I did use a little expander so it stays back. That's the amount which seems to be going into the reservoir and pushed through, so it was not a lot. I would have expected a little bit more. Let's go to the canister. And here we have the canister. It's also not a lot, but there is a little something. And it says it's, oh, sorry. And there's a little measurement. It says, I think this is liter. It's at 0.5 liter, so it's not a lot, but it is definitely a little bit, and it looks darker in there. I actually was surprised by how many bubbles it was pulling, and it really took long. So I had to kick on a compressor multiple times, but yeah, we'll see. Right now I need to do the brake check if it still works. In case you don't believe me, here that's the mess channel, that you have an idea. So we'll turn this off, take it out, put the filter in, put the cap back on before I lower the car. Everything on the brakes, the bleeder valves are all already closed. In case you don't believe me, oh, pretty dark. There's one. There's number 2, which you cannot see because it's too dark probably. In the meantime, it's the furthest over here. And this one, I have to close the cap on it. Close it. First thing you want to do, undo the holder here. I just want to make sure that you do not lose any trip on anything. There you go. Close with cap. Done. Now only have to make sure that I have filled up to max or below max. Don't forget, you do get a bunch of adapters in case you need them. In case your fitting is different, you might be able to exchange us and just put it into the house. That's all. Alright, that's it. A night session, and I'm done. I just tested it, driving the driveway. I will test it tomorrow as well. I hope it works. When my video is coming out, it did work. Fingers crossed, both. No jokes. It worked out. It was weird in general to see that there were so many bubbles. That's something I didn't like as much. But I guess that's just the nature of this device with the vacuum it tries to create. The compressor was on pretty much all time, but it worked. So I also went down sometimes almost to 30 psi, which was very little. So I think you should stay way above 50 psi at least to make it work good and quick. The first time was testing it out, second time repeating, and third and fourth was really quick. and then I redid just 1 or 2 times more on the rear passenger the furthest away, just to make sure I got everything out. So far it works. So as mentioned, I hope it still works, and let me know in the comment section below if you would do that as well yourself. For me it was the first time. I plan on doing that on the Jeep as well in the future. Yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like that. Thanks for watching. Cheers!